you guys, how are you? I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi. Today is day 16 of our 28-day yoga challenge. All right, so we're going to get started today in downward facing dog. Go ahead, come onto your mat and come on into your downward facing dog. And I said yesterday, I talked about incitement and enthusiasm, how exciting it is for me to be on this journey with you, even though it's virtual. And I also said I would talk a little bit about tapas today. And I will, as we practice. In your downward dog, take a really big breath in and a long breath out. And you can start in child's pose. If that feels better for you, you can come back to child's pose at any point during your practice. Here in your downward dog, set your gaze or close your eyes. Then if you want to add in some movement, you can add in some movement. You can start to feel it out. Feel the movement of your breath. Take another big inhale. Then a big exhale. And on your next inhale, come on forward to your high push-up, your high plank. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Your low belly draws in and up. See your fingers spread wide. Feel your fingers spread apart and lengthening out. Low belly drawing in and up. Knees lifted, or bring your knees down for a little more support. Now as you breathe here, you start to build some fire. You start to build a little heat. That's tapas. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog, or at least that's part of tapas. On your inhale, come on forward to your high push-up, high plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high push-up, high plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Here in your downward dog, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Once more, a big inhale. And as you exhale, make your way to the front edge of your mat. Set your feet together apart and rise to stand. Come on up. Shoulders roll back. Hands reach high. Heart lifts. Look up. A big inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Set your gaze. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. And together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. On your inhale, sweep your hands up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Find your halfway lift. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Hands on your mat or your shins are even dangling. Maybe a bend in your knees, long spine. Low belly draws in and up. A little lift in your chest and in your heart. Take a big inhale. Hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up, high plank. Pause here just to set it up. Fingers spread wide, low belly in and up, knees lifted or lowered. Big breath in. As you exhale, forward and halfway down, low push-up. You can drop your knees or come all the way down. Now a big breath in. Upward facing dog, maybe a cobra or a low cobra variation. Exhaling back to your downward dog or your child's pose. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. So we're building some fire, we're building some heat. And at this point, you've noticed that we always start with sun salutations. To do just that, to build some fire, to build some heat, right? To cultivate tapas. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to stand, rise up, reach up and lift up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to your mat. High push-up, forward and halfway down, low push-up. Inhaling, upward facing dog, whatever variation you like here. Exhaling, back to your downward facing dog or your child's pose. Big breath in, long breath out. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Take another deep breath in here. And as you exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. From the ground, lift up, fill up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. High push-up, forward, and halfway down, low push-up. Remember, you can come all the way down, still moving forward. Upward facing dog. A big inhale, exhale, back to your downward facing dog. So a couple breaths here in your downward dog or in your child's pose. One breath at a time. Building some fire, building some heat, some energy. But at the same time, it's not overwhelming, right? It's a warm fire that keeps you moving, that keeps you going. Take another big breath in, exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Now Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet together apart, put a big bend in your knees. Sit down, sit back, hands higher at your heart. So you set your feet, set your gaze, and then sit down and sit back. So this is a great pose for building some fire, some tapas. And it doesn't have to get overwhelming, right? You stay with your breath, soften where you can. You can always come out of it and then come back into it. But this sense of building fire, building heat, cultivating your passion for yourself, for your health and your well-being. Take one more big inhale here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. Step back, high push-up. Forward and down, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Step up and come on up. Set your feet, set your gaze. Bend into your front knee. Draw your low belly in up. That supports your low back. Also, that helps to build some fire. And tapas. One of the translations of tapas is a fire that burns away impurities. So as you build some fire here, distraction. Right? Burn away distraction. Come into your strength. Come into your power. Self-doubt. Burn away self-doubt. Trust yourself. Take another big inhale. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. One step or a couple of steps. Feel your feet, feel your breath. Come on up, feel your intention. And we're building fire right here, right now, in this practice. You need a little bit of fire, some tapas, to stay with this commitment to yourself, to practice every day. We are more than halfway through this 28-day challenge. Right? We're midway through January. This is when you really need it. This is when you need your fire, your passion to keep you going, to stay with this, stay committed to yourself. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Or your child's pose. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take another big inhale here. And as you exhale, lightly step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Set your feet, put a big bend in your knees. Go ahead, sit down, sit back, and lift up. Take a deep breath in here, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat, high push-up, low push-up as you exhale. Upward dog, take a breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Right foot steps forward, warrior one. Step up, rise up, open out to your warrior two. So you're getting more familiar with all these poses, more familiar with the practice, your body. Tapas to keep you interested and engaged, really curious. Sure, the poses may be the same or similar day to day, but what's different in your body today? Spin your palms to the sky and take your right hand high, reverse your warrior, reach up, go back, take a big inhale. Now side angle, bring your right elbow to your right thigh and reach your left arm up to the sky. Side angle pose, Parsva Konasana. Soften your toes. You can rest your right elbow on your right thigh, but notice how you rest your elbow. Do you collapse down? A little bit of fire to lift up and even to lighten up. From here, take your top arm, extend it forward so your arm stacks over your ear. And you can keep your right elbow where it is, or you can slide your right hand down inside your front foot. And if your right hand doesn't quite make it to the ground, that's okay. You can put a prop like a water bottle under your hand, or you can bring your hand to your ankle. Now take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And if you start to feel some fiery sensation in your legs, can you enjoy that? You're here, you're alive, you're taking care of yourself. Inhale, reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Keep the bend in your front knee. Right hand high, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands come all the way down to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Forward and down, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Come on up, rise up and reach up. Now open up to your warrior two. And yeah, add in some space between your feet. Go for it. Take your front foot even a quarter of an inch more forward, and you'll feel different sensations. Now as you press through your feet, soften your toes, draw your low belly in and up, support your low back, build some fire, build some heat. You can let your shoulders soften. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Spin your palms to the sky and take your left hand high. Reach up, go back. Not a lot of weight on your back hand if it comes to your leg. Take a deep breath in. Side angle, your left elbow to your left thigh. And your right arm reaches up to the sky. Now check in here again. You can back off the bend in your front knee. Or if you start to feel a lot of sensation, you might just invite yourself to take an extra breath in and a breath out. And just see what happens. Ease up on that bottom elbow, that bottom shoulder. Reach your top arm a little higher and extend your top arm forward. Keep your shoulder away from your ear so there's some space there. Your left elbow can stay where it is, or you can slide your left hand down inside the front foot. Now remember, it doesn't have to touch the ground. You can bring the ground up to you, either with a prop or by bringing your hand to your ankle. And you can maintain the fire, but not let it get out of control by setting your gaze and staying with your breath. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Really nice. Top arm back up. Come on, back up to your warrior two. Keep that bend in your front knee. Left hand high, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. Step back, high push-up. Forward and down, low push-up. Upward dog. Take a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a big inhale and a long exhale. Bring your knees down to your mat. Sit back over your ankles and lie down. Come onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Give them a good squeeze. Keep your left knee in. Extend your right leg out. Drop your left knee over to your right for your twist. Even as we start to slow down here and move towards Shavasana. So still some fire, still some energy. You need it on your mat. Come on back to center. And switch sides. Right knee in, left leg extends. Right knee drops over to your left for your twist. You need it on your mat, in your practice, but also in your life. Especially as you become more familiar with the practice. And there are more impurities, if you will, more distractions, more distractions to keep you off your mat, to keep you from taking care of yourself. Maintain your fire, maintain tapas, so you keep coming back to your mat, so you keep taking care of yourself. Now come on back to center, give your knees a squeeze, Any last poses, little adjustments that feel right. Then set up your Shavasana. You can take your legs straight out. If you want to work with Supta Baddha Konasana, that pose we tried yesterday, you can take your Shavasana with this leg variation. Take a really big, deep, full breath in here. And empty it out. Wiggle your fingers and toes, bring some gentle movement to your body. And draw your knees to your chest. Roll to one side and slowly make your way to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. And together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. All right, everyone. Awesome. Thanks for joining me today. So yes, tapas. Just like the Spanish appetizer, it's spelled the same way. Totally different though, right? Tapas, fire that burns away impurities. A fire, an internal fire, like the fire in your belly, that keeps you going, that keeps bringing you back to your mat, keeps bringing you back to your practice, helps keep you grounded and present, the strength to be in this moment, fully present, but then also the fire, the strength to keep moving forward. Right? So that's part of what we are working on with this 28-day challenge. Showing up every day and just doing the best you can. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi. Thanks so much for practicing with me today, for doing this whole challenge with me. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. I'll see you on your mat tomorrow.